What advice would you like to give to Norway businesses wants to invest in Africa?
My advice for Norwegian businesses to invest and enter into those markets is to look for local partners, partners that understand the markets well and can guide them in expanding their business there. Generally, finding a partner is always a challenge. So, in Norway you have what we refer to as NOFund, the Norwegian Foreign Affairs Ministry's investment arm. So they are good partners. I mean, they have been our partners for the last 10-15 years. So I think if you find parties like that who have access to people who operate in those markets like us and many others, could provide them that access point and be not only just introduce partners, but it can also play a long-term role in investing with them.
When you invest in an African country, how do you identify and overcome different barriers?
Well, I think each country is different in the continent, and each issues vary by degree. Some are more magnified than the other. So having local teams that are well trained and educated overseas, have come back after 20 years ago, are good people to start off with. So we have built a network in that market over 20 years. So our teams have been there since 93, 94, and we started off in the hard way as ourselves in the 90s, and now we are one of the most experienced and successful investors in that market. So first of all, go with someone who knows what they're doing and learn the ropes, and after that, if you want to do it on your own, by all means, but find a partner who has already done it.
From your point of view, which sectors do you think is the best to invest in?
Okay, so there are 3 or 4 sectors I think that we are seeing that has enormous growth and a lot of activities. One is financial services, and that includes banks, insurance, leasing, and the likes. And that is starting to get a lot of momentum. A lot of investments are going into it, and that I think is a great place to invest. Healthcare is another place I think there's a lot of investment that can be made as well. Then you have logistics, because as the infrastructure grows and there's a lot more trade, logistics becomes a key part of that whole infrastructure. Then of course you have what a great need today in Africa is power. And a lot of the countries are reforming the power regulations and allowing private sector to move into it. So we see that's another huge area for investment that one can invest in. But that's more with the private-public partnership model, in essence, and that. Companies are focused on fast-moving consumer goods. They're the whole middle class and the consumption, which is taking hold. So that's another place to invest.